Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, back in Starfield, and this time we're checking out 5 of the most fun powers in the game. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that these are the best powers in the game, just that they're pretty darn fun to mess around with. Now without further ado, let's get into it. In no particular order, up first, we have Parallel Self, hands down one of my favorite powers in the game. The main reason for this is that when you call it in, your parallel self has whatever weapon you have equipped. Meaning, how much fun it's going to be to have it out is purely going to depend on what weapon you have out when you spawn him in. Or her, depending on your character. So, throw an explosive shotgun in your hand, call it in, and suddenly stuff gets crazy. The only downside is that sometimes parallel self won't aggro on a new enemy or it has trouble getting to it. So you gotta move and then spawn it in again. But all in all, it is a really fun power. Absolutely love it. Up next, we've got Gravity Wave. A good old school classic force push. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. The main use for this one, obviously, is to knock an enemy on his butt so he can't really mess with you. And they do stay on the ground for a couple seconds, giving you ample time to just shoot them and get the job done. Now, absolute best case scenario would be launching them off of a high structure, which unfortunately, dude got hung up on like a pallet jack, so I couldn't try to push him. That, and at the level this force push is, it's not really pushing them all that much, but it's still pretty fun to mess around with. After that, we've got Sunless Space. Also pretty darn fun, and not too dissimilar from what we're kind of aiming towards here, which would be to just troll an enemy. Because Sunless Space will freeze your enemies. And in this instance, also blow up some barrels nearby, which I can't really complain about that. Hey, explosions are always nice. Let me find another enemy. There we go. Use it on a robot. Boom. Frozen. Slowly tipping over. I'm going to be honest. It kind of took him a minute to fall over. After that, we've got Antigravity Field. We all know this one. But that doesn't stop it from being freaking awesome. For those who don't know, Antigravity Field basically creates an anti-gravity field in a small area. And gosh, you gotta love just ragdolling somebody off. Which, additionally, depending on how close you are to an edge, you could totally anti-gravity field shoot someone to, nudge them off of an edge and drop them. Which would be freaking awesome. Robots aren't quite as cooperative, but hey, it still gets the job done. After that, we've got the classic phased time. Because what could be more awesome than slowing down time? So again, for those who don't know, phase time obviously slows down time. Depending on how high up you have it ranked, the better it's going to work. But if you go into phase time, enemies are going to have a really hard time messing with you. And you should hopefully be able to drop several of them before the power ends. So easy 1, 2, and 3, and I kind of drug it out. I could have killed more, but I was trying to save them for a different power. So, yeah. Those are just 5 of the most fun powers in the game. If there's one on there, or in the game, that you feel like should have been in this list, by all means, hop down in the comments and let me know. This is just more of a general selection. So, yeah. If you have any suggestions for super fun powers that people need to check out, hop down in the comments, share it with everybody. I think I'm going to try to throw together a video of 5 of the most fun perks to invest in. So maybe look forward to that one. But I think that's about going to wrap this one up. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my other Starfield content. And please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.